Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Let's Code Duke Nukem, where we aim to recreate the original EGA action platformer, released in 1991. Many episodes ago we introduced the font class, allowing us to display arbitrary text. And apart from displaying the score, we have not done much with this, so this episode we will change that by implementing the pop-up text boxes that the game shows us from time to time. These are, for example, the secret tips or any other messages the game would like you to know, such as the intermission hallways or when Duke is missing, for example, a key to unlock a certain door. Now, the menus also use these text boxes, so this will set us up to implement those in the future as well. Okay, let's go. Okay, so let's take a look in the borders.png file to check out the text box graphics, which are right here. So let's count which one we start with. So let's go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17 is going to be the start of the text box graphics. So let's head over to our font class and let's just put it down here to make sure that we don't forget. So let's make a method that says public void draw text box, and then we'll take in some text and we'll take in the graphics component and our XY coordinates where we want a text box to be drawn. Now the text box, of course, is going to have top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right corners, and then it's going to have these two top and bottom graphics. And then depending on the amount of lines of text that we have, we also need to have these middle sections here with this tile repeating. So let's first draw these borders. So what we need to do is we need to calculate the amount of rows in the text. So what we can do is we can split the text by a new line and then count the amount of lines here. Now, because we always want to have a top and a bottom row, that leaves us with 16 pixels, and seeing that the font size is 8, we can fit 2 lines of text in each row. So what we need to do is divide this stuff by 2 here. And yeah, because we always want to draw at least a top and a bottom strip, we want to make sure that this at least amounts to 2 rows, the top and the bottom row. Now, if you pass in a line of text, this length is always going to be at least 1. So what we'll do is we'll just add 1 to the text here. So this should give us the amount of rows that we want to have. So let's loop. So let's take I, and then I is less than or equal to the amount of rows that we want to have, I plus plus. Now for each row, what we want to do is draw a strip of a left side, a middle tile, sorry, and a right side. Same goes for the bottom. You know, we want to start with this guy, then repeat this guy, and then draw this guy, etc. So let's see, we're going to have a left, a middle, and a right tile index. So here we can say if I is exactly 0, then our left tile is going to be 18. Right, because it's going to be this guy here. And then our right side tile is going to be 19. And then the middle tile is going to be, let's see, 18, 19, 21, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 24 is our middle tile. Otherwise, if we are at the last row, I equals the amount of rows, then we want to have a different set of tile indices. So that's the next set over. So that's 20, 25, 21. Yep. So that is this set here. So bottom left, middle tile, bottom right. And for all other rows, we want to fill it up with, of course, these two here, left side, right side, middle side. So left equals 22, middle equals the 17 that we've had, and the right one is 23. All right, so those are the indices that we want to draw. So let's go ahead, draw image, assets, get border, and then we'll start with the left tile. Then we have X for the X position. Now Y has to be Y plus I times the tile size, right? Because we're going to go in rows of tile size. All right, so this is the left tile. Let's do the right tile. So that is X plus, and we always will have a fixed width of 12 tiles. And yeah, then for the middle tiles we need to loop. So int j equals 1 because we've already drew 1 tile here, so we can start at 1. J is less than 12 because 12 will be drawn here. J plus plus. And then here we'll just say graphics draw image assets get border, middle tile, x plus j times the tile size, y plus I times the tile size, and null. All right, so this is a bit of a repeated calculation here. So let's just say that screen y equals this guy here. Guess we can do y plus. And just say here we want to draw stuff at screen y, so we don't have to do the same calculation 3 times. All right, and then once the full box is drawn, then we can draw the actual text. And then what we want to do is we want to offset the text to fit inside of the box. And let's pass in the graphics object. All right. So this should draw the text box and then fit the text inside of that text box. So let's go into our GFX class and just draw a test text. So font, draw text box, hello world. Let's first do a single line. Let's pass in graphics, and then X, let's do tile size, and Y, let's do 48. And let's run the game and see what it looks like. All right, so this looks pretty good. And then let's add a few lines here. So hello world, new line, how are you? All right, so that's looking pretty good. All right, cool. So yeah, now that we can draw arbitrary text in a text box, let's display, I don't know, like the secret tips when you, for example, pick up the soda. So yeah, let's start with that. So let's make a class that says like, this is like a hint, and then we'll give it a message. And yeah, we'll just go into our game state and keep track of any hint that might be active. Private hint. And then we'll just make here public void show hint or something with a hint. And then we'll just say this dot hint equals hint, and then we'll make a get hint. And then in our Duke Nukem game loop, what we'll do here is we'll check if the game state get hint is exactly nothing. Then we'll just do our game loop as per usual. And if we do have a hint, then what we'll do is we'll just go gfx.render the actual hint. All right, so we'll make a new render method, public void render hint. And this will just be font.draw text box with the hint. Let's make a get message, and let's make a constructor for the message. Hint get message. And then the graphics will be buffer get graphics, and then X will be tile size, Y will be 48. We can remove that one, and we'll need to flip. Now a hint waits for a key press, so we need to draw the prompt. Now the prompt is in the object class file, I mean, right next to the Acme sign. So here's this little spinny thing. So we need to check the Acme sign because it's to the right of that guy. So 84 is the right tile for the Acme sign. So then this will be 85. So yeah, let's do a graphics, draw image assets, get object 85. Now X will be probably 12 times the tile size. $13 times the tile size probably, because we offset it a bit. Yep. And then the Y So maybe we should just make this part of the font thing. Yeah, let's do that. So let's give it this guy a Boolean prompt. Some text boxes we want to have a prompt. So if we have a prompt, then we will say graphics draw image this guy, and then we want to have the Y. So the screen Y. What is screen Y? Here. So that is a Y plus rows times the tile size. Yeah. All right. So we'll animate this guy in just a second. Game state get hint. And then here we want to show a prompt spinning. All right, and then now when we pick up a soda can, so where is our soda can? Here. What we'll do is if this guy is a fizzing, then we just want to give it 1,000 points. And if it's not fizzing, then the default points of 200 are already defined here. So all we want to do is this here, increase health by 1. And we want to say state show hint, new hint, secret tip, drink soda, new line to increase your health. New line, and then like press enter. Something like this. And then this can go. So this will set the hint to the game state. Then the game loop here will see that it needs to show a hint. So here we have rendered a hint. And yeah, so let's see if this actually works. No idea. So there we go. So the press enter needs to move, like let's say a couple of spaces to the right. And the prompt needs to be animated. So let's do that first. So let's just, like we do everywhere else, keep a frame counter. And here in the prompt, let's offset this guy with plus frame. And then here we can say frame is frame plus 1. And we had 4 frames per prompt. So let's see if it now is spinning around. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. All right, so now all we got to do is press enter to clear the message. So let's go into our key handler, and what we should do is just yeah, because the menus and stuff have different keys, so I think it's time that we just keep track of all the keys. So pressed keys, something like this, and then let's create a constructor, select none, and then let's have pressed keys is a new Boolean array of ff, and then when we press a key, we can do pressed keys key code equals pressed, and then we'll just make a public Boolean is pressed key code, return pressed keys key code. So this will now keep a Boolean for every possible key value on your keyboard. So now what we can do in this game state thing, in Duke Nukem, sorry, is if a hint is showing, then render the hint, and then here we can say if the key handler dot is key pressed, and then we can just say we want to clear hints with enter. So we can say show hint null. Remove the hint. Okay, so let's run the game and let's get our hint going. Okay, so let me just press any key. Nothing happens. And when we press enter, it goes away. So let's go to another soda can. And the hint will show again because we do not check for that just yet. Yeah. But as you can see, maybe I should find a soda can with some enemies around it. Because like right now you should observe the position of the robot and the position of the mine, and then when we press enter, everything teleports around. And that is because in the game loop, what we do is we keep track of the current time, and then we update in this loop here as many times as it takes to catch up to the current time. So what we should do is when we clear the game, clear the hint from the game state, we should update the last update time to now, so that the game does not jump ahead in time. So we want the game to really freeze. So right now, if we press enter, all these green monsters should not jump around a lot, and they don't. So that's looking pretty good. Okay, so now that we have a way to show these hints, let's add the hints to the various different items that we can pick up. So we've already done the soda, and yeah. So what we should do is also do it for the chicken, and let's see here. We can just. So I think the game actually calls it like eat turkey. So I guess we should just rename this guy to a turkey. Not that it really matters, but hey. Eat turkey to increase your health. Okay, cool. And then this nuclear molecule also increases your health to the max. So the nuclear and then molecule increases, I don't know, your health to the maximum. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Okay. I'm not too sure about the actual string here. So I have the original game running here. So let me just head over to the nuclear molecule. So we have the elevator here. So let's do that right now. So elevator, where's the elevator? Here. Okay, so we can see Duke is on top of the elevator, and yeah, it prompts Duke to use it. So if Duke is on top, then we can say state show hint, new hint, secret tip, and then press the up arrow, press the up. So that's in capitals, okay. Press the up arrow, new line, 2, activate the elevators. To activate the elevators. Dot, press enter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or something, press enter, and then enter capital, yeah, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, and then press enter, and then a colon. So this is how these tips should work. So let's go to the turkey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, press enter, soda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, press enter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, press enter. Okay, so we got the elevator. Yeah, so let's go up. Secret tip, the nuclear molecule increases your health to maximum. So did I get that correct? Molecule. Secret tip, the nuclear molecule, and did they capitalize it? No, the nuclear molecule increases your health to maximum. So to maximum. Press enter. Okay, so that is those items, and see if we can find some secret tip. Find the key that goes here and press the up arrow. All right, so that's the lock. So if we collide with this thing, then we'll show just the hint. Secret tip. Find the key that goes here and press the up arrow and then enter. Okay, and press the up arrow. Press enter. All right, and then we can say our regular stuff here. So if Duke is using And then we probably also need to do something. If we have the key, then we'll unlock. And if we don't have the key, then I think we also need to show a message. Secret tip, you need the correct key before you can use this lock. So let's show a hint here. Secret tip, you need the correct key. You need the correct key before, and then you can use this lock. Dot. All right, and then press enter. Yeah, so if Duke is using, and let's see, this is only relevant as this guy is not unlocked, right? So I guess everything that we do here is basically this. Okay, so let's run the game. Soda, secret tip, find the key that goes here and press the up arrow, press enter. All right, so now we always get to see these hints. So that is a problem. We only should show the hints once. Like for example, this is the second time we pick up a turkey and we still see it. Press the up arrow, and now this will, oh wait, press the up arrow to elevator, and this should be here. Press the up arrow to activate the elevators. Okay, so yeah, now we show the hint each and every single time. So I think what we should do is show the hints only once, and if the hint was already shown, then yeah, let's not bother actually showing it. So what we should do is we should probably just have a class that manages all these hints for us. So let's just make a class called like hints. Create it. And let's keep track of all the hints. And we'll connect all hints to some sort of an active tile. Hints. Import. And then each hint has a certain message associated with it. Let's create a constructor. Hints is a new hash map. And then let's just say hints.put, and then let's add them all. So let's go to our active classes. Okay, so here we have an elevator hint. So elevator class secret tip. Okay, so I know that the exit also has a hint. We'll do that in just a second. So this is the hint for the lock. Here, this is for the lock. Yeah, we have one here for the nuclear molecule. Nuclear molecule. Soda, turkey, hints, soda, eat turkey. Okay, and then what we can just do is say public void show hint, and then we can just say like, hey, we have some sort of a source and it needs to happen for a certain game state, and then we can say if hints contains a key for this source, then we'll just say show some sort of a hint here, and then we'll say hints dot remove source get class. So this will only show each hint once. So then we can go to our classes here, and then we can just say state. I guess we need to add a getter. So here hints, it's a new hint. And I guess we can do the same for this, for the bonus thing. So let's pass in the game state. This state is state. Let's add the field. There we go. Let's put it before the hints. All right. And then we can just do this. And then we can just say state get hints. And then I guess instead of doing stuff with the state here, maybe we can just have it activated here, private string showing or something, or current. I don't know. We'll check it out. So current is hints blah blah blah. Get current, and then clear public void clear. Current is empty, null. And then we can just say let's delete hint here. Okay, yeah, delete anyway. And then we can go to our game state to just say get hints. We don't need to pass in the game state anymore because it is not something that we need at the moment. It's an unused private field. All right, and then here we can just say state get hints dot show hint for this thing, and for the soda goes the same. Show a hint for this. Nuclear molecule, same shit. And then for this guy. So for the key here, we'll need to figure something out. So we'll skip that for just a second. But I think what we'll do for the lock is that we'll show a key for the we'll show a hint for the key. So we'll do state get hints show hint for like a new key. And then I think what we'll do is we'll add a second one where you can just pass in the class extends active. And then here we can just do show hint source get class. And then here all we gotta do is just say source. Something like this. All right, because then we can just say like, hey, show a hint for a key. Boom. And yeah, let's run over to the exit. Secret tip, press the up arrow to open the door. So where's the exit? Here. So here we can do this if check. If we are inside of the door, then we can say state get hints show hint for this. And then if Duke is using, then we can flip the flag to opening. All right. And then we should type in this hint, of course. Secret tip, press the up arrow to open the door. Okay, so let's go to our hints class again, and then let's create one for the exit. Press the up arrow to open. Up arrow to open the door. Dot. Press enter. Now, of course, these press enters are all a lot of repetition, so we'll see if we can find something for that, but you know, should be fine. Okay, so yeah, these are all, I think, are all functional, so that's pretty cool. So let's go to Duke Nukem. Here we get some problems probably. So here we can say get hints dot get current. And here we can just say string message. and then message, and then here we'll probably need to pass in the prompt. Should we show a prompt or not? Sometimes we shouldn't. And then here we definitely want to show a prompt. And then here we want to say get hints.clear. You know, and then here we also want to say if the current hint is empty. All right, so I think this should work. So let's find soda can. Drink soda to increase your health. Yeah, that works. So now I think the next soda can that we're going to find should definitely not show us a hint. But let's head over to the door. So here's a soda can. Yeah, didn't give us a hint. All right, so now we're not showing the message for the lock. So let's take a look here. So that's pretty weird. Show hint for a key. I guess I just didn't put it in yet. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Key. Secret. Find the key that goes here and press that's correct, and then you need the correct key before you can use this lock. All right. So let's type that in, and then we're done for today. You need so for the key, you need the correct key before, and then you can use this lock. And then is lock capitalized? No. And then press enter. All right, so let's restart the game one more time, see if we get the message. Yeah, and then you know, we got our messaging system in place. Now we're just using it for the hints at the moment. Secret tip: find a key that goes here. Press the up arrow. Secret tip: you need the correct key before you can use this lock. So yeah, for next episode, I think we are ready to do the menus because now we have a way to show these boxed text and you know, get some input for these pop-ups. So I think the only thing that remains now is the in-game menu for us. I don't think we'll do the main menu just yet, but yeah, the in-game menu where you can restart the level, I think that makes sense to do. So yeah, next episode we'll spend some time doing that. So hopefully you can join me for that one. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.